What's up, guys? Iggy here with Fabtech Unlimited. It is an absolute beautiful Wednesday morning here in New Hampshire. It is finally not raining, and it's going to be like this for the next couple days, and then rain this weekend and next week. So, while all the windows and doors are open and enjoying the nice Crosbys in the shop, I have an order for a SIG P226 with a TLR1, and it's dual color. Now, generally, when we do dual colors, it is two different pieces of Kydex. Now, the outside was carbon fiber, the inside was blood red, and I went through so much material that I want to admit that it was not working right for me, because we've shown it before that dual layer on vacuum can work. Does it work all the time? No, it's kind of hit or miss. And I just wasn't getting it. I heated them up to almost 400 degrees. They were fused together, but it is just so thick. You need something pushing down while something is sucking down, and just none of my processes were working. So, if you don't know, there's a company called H3 Customs, and the place is phenomenal. They don't build holsters. What they do is they specialize in sublimation, and they have a product out which basically eliminates your dual layer, dual tone by doing one full layer of sublimation. So this right here is a 12 by 12 by 0.08 piece of Holstex. It is carbon fiber, if you couldn't tell. Now, obviously, it started life as blood red, but the top is now black. So this completely eliminates the separation issue from the both layers of Kydex during the vacuum press stage, and we have this. So there are a couple things you can do, like drill holes in the first layer so the second layer sucks down, but obviously you see those holes, so they'd have to be very small. But anyways, we're gonna run this and see how well, and I'll show you how well it runs on this build. And then they also have other colors. So if you guys know, I do rose gold edition 365 holsters. They actually look like this right here, and they just came out with rose gold. It's a shimmery metallic gold, and so I could pretty much put the rose logo on it and do a completely different setup than what I normally do. And I love purple. My favorite color is purple, and they have a shimmering rose gold, or not rose gold, but a shimmering metallic purple. Hey, buddy. And the prices are absolutely perfect. You literally can't beat them. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to block this off. The mold I got from Pale Horse, it was a little small, so I had to add some tape. No big deal. It happens. Variations in just material and just machining, just it is what it is. So we're going to go ahead. I bought two just in case I mess one up. And we're going to go ahead, throw it in the press, and get this holster done and out of here. Right, buddy? Yeah, right. So this is a Safariland QLS setup with speed lock, and luckily, I just got a delivery of QLS forks and all the goodness. Alright, so let's get this going. We got our blocking. Now we have to remember that the 226 and 220, they are they're not striker fired, they have a hammer. Helps that we have this right here, and just got to figure out the placement of it, and that'll be good just where it is. We're going to line this up with the back of that. So right there, it'll go. So straight down, but bam. And what I'm going to start doing actually is, a lot of times when I create this, I'm actually going to start pulling and then making a mold out of it, so I don't have to keep doing this over and over. But what I plan on doing is, once I get my 3D scanner, I'm going to scan the molds, make modifications to them, and then I'll cut individual with what I have, and that'll save a lot of time. So with that being there, I'm going to go ahead. Oh, it's too thick. That's too thick. There we go. That's good right there. And does that? Yes, it does. Alright, so we'll throw this on. And you're probably like, hey, that blocking is way too big. You're over blocking. Well, let me tell you. If you have ridges, it makes it stronger. You ever take a potato chip that doesn't have ridges and, you know, bend it with a chip that does? It's stronger. Metal roofing, ridges. Oh, too small. So the ridging, even though this is going to have that bracket that I do, the gusset, this will make it just that much stronger. So, no. YouTube watcher, I am not worried. Alright, so there's that. And plus, that's blocking for this right here as well. And it's going to sink down into there, and we're going to be copacetic. We're going to be good. That's good right there. We don't want it to be too high up. Let's see here. Where did the fork go? Make sure it clears, and it does. We can actually go up just a hair more. Perfect. All right, and then we'll just lock that in place. I definitely want to get the tape so the Kydex doesn't go underneath. Nice and flat. Poke a hole in it. Alright, and this we're going to put on this side. And what do you know? That blocking fits good. So we could do it that way. We could do it this way. Let's do it this way. And this is ready to press. So we got our ovens on. Let's heat this beautiful material up. Now, it really, camera doesn't do it justice. So the fact that this is just beautifully made is amazing. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and heat this up. We're gonna do that. Now, with doing sublimation myself for, I don't know, a year or two now, I have noticed that when you fold it, when you form it, when you stretch it, the ink doesn't get down into the little nooks and crannies. Well, after forming this, I see absolutely zero red. So look how, I mean, literally, this does not do it justice. This is absolutely beautiful. And then, of course, the inside is being the blood red. So the team over at H3 is just phenomenal. They use top-notch equipment. And speaking of, I have an upgrade coming into the shop. I have upgraded my sublimation printer so I could do more stuff in-house. I went from only being able to do 8.5 by 11. This one does 13 by 18 or something like that. Don't quote me on that, but it does 13 by something. So I'll be able to do bigger prints, like 12 by 12, and I don't have to piece them together, so it'll look cleaner. Anyway, so I'm excited to do that. I'll do an unboxing and setting up video and do a holster for that, because I mean, it's that time of year. The girlfriend wants a Hocus Pocus holster, so we'll cook one up, and I'll walk you through the process and show you that. But for now, let's get this drilled. Let's get this pretty much pre-cut, bent, final cut, sanded hardware out the door. And this is going to Missouri, so Let's do it. And literally all I'm going to do is I'm going to drill these 4 holes, drill those 3, and then these 4 right here. And that's it for now. And then I'm going to do a rough cut on the outside on the bandsaw. Then I'll come in and I'll cut this on the jigsaw. We'll fold with the strip heater and do a final cut. So, hooray. Let's see here. And of course we have to add our gusset for that added strength. That is kind of like a signature on all my level 2 holsters. Unless I deem that it absolutely doesn't need it because of the thickness. But very rare I don't put them on anymore. Alright, that's that. And one important step. We gotta, you know it, clean our holes. Nobody likes a dirty hole. Come on, almost time for a new countersink. There we go. That's one side. This is the part where it's going to look cool because we'll be able to see the red underneath. Kind of Halloween-esque. Right. And bandsaw time. Helps if I turn the laser on. Too soon. And we have the gusset installed. As you can see, everything else is drilled, all cleaned up. So we are going to go ahead and throw it on the heat strip. But that is warming up right now. It's like watching a child grow. That looks nice. Great color combo. We know the next step. That's to map out what we want to do. So we'll pull that out. Like that. We're gonna come down straight across. Good angle right there. Right, so that's right there. Come down, yay, yay. Like so. Let's see. Line this up. Yeah, if I had a trim jig, this would have been done already. But if I don't buy a trim jig, and just make one, saves myself enough money to buy another mold. And that's how I'm looking at it. Okay, right there. And then we cut. Hey, do you know what the German word for constipation is? Far from poopin'. And it's assembly time. So we are all cleaned up, buffed the edges, sanded everything. We are all set to go. Let's go ahead and add. These are 3/4 inch posts, and these are 1/2 inch. Get that installed. I like to do this before I put the retention hardware in because I got fat Italian sausage fingers. And it doesn't really work that well when that's in there. All right, so that's good. Next step I'm going to do is I'm going to put in the hood. Again, I like to use the 3/4 inch because there's more thread count on those instead of, I'm not 3/4 inch, sorry, those are 1/2 inch. But Spetsgear, they send 3/16. So I do not do that. I don't use those. I'll keep one for the one side of the hood, and then the rest goes in the use another day bin. So we'll throw some magic blue potion on here. Bada bing. And check function. Feels good. We're still going to add oil anyway. Kind of a preventative maintenance type deal. Alright. And we're going to hold these guys. Throw this in, and I'll just get them started by finger. And with this guy, I'm not going to crank on him, just snug him up. If you go too tight, the hood's not going to articulate. Function check, beautiful. Let's throw this in. And let's see here. We're still going to leave enough room for that hammer. And right there is looking beautiful. So, hold that in place. Mark it with the B. My dogs are growling. There we go. Clean the hole. Clean the inside of the hole. All right. Throw guy in there. This one, as tight as you can. Go. All right, now let's do le retention. It's a 1/4 inch. So that's 3/8, and then these are 0.473. Swap bits here. Nice through a tap. Only because there's like the coating that's on it is ridiculous. And here we are. Look at that. Oh, it's a beautiful thing. Bend that a little bit. Get that nice arch in there. You could heat them up and bend them too, but you don't need to. And just remember, the more you articulate it before the Loctite sets, it'll actually loosen that screw. So I just make sure it's tight and I keep it open pretty much then. But there is a beautiful SIG 226 or 220. They're the same holster. Outside the waistband, right hand, level 2 QLS blood red inside, black carbon fiber outside. This holster really came out awesome. It feels great. It just looks killer. H3 took it out of the park. That is just absolutely amazing. Literally, if you want to see firsthand what these look like, you know, in your holster maker, go ahead and order some up. The prices are absolutely perfect. It's h3customs.com. And I couldn't be happier with the quality of workmanship with the sublimation. It's absolutely fantastic. So again, this is going out to Missouri, and I thank you guys for watching this episode on how to make a P226 or P220. It's the same holster with a TLR1 QLS right hand with speed lock hood. And now I'm going to move on to the next one. I also wanted to say, if you didn't know, I actually have a second YouTube channel for all my car stuff. You know, the very beginning of doing holsters, or this channel, I put in a couple holsters, or a couple movies with the cars and what I'm doing. That was like a year or two ago, and I decided to separate holsters and cars. So if you are interested in what I'm doing, go ahead and I'll put it up here on the screen here. It's Faltac Garage, YouTube/Faltac Garage. And, you know, I don't work on them as much as I should because I'm trying to catch up here, so I feel bad when I take time for myself. But generally, if I'm sick of bending Kydex, I will go turn a wrench. And the cars that I'm building are absolutely epic. A couple of them are very valuable. And I am including the journey on YouTube so you guys can watch it if you would like. I'm rebuilding a 70 Cuda, a 54 Buick, a 68 Malibu, and I have a 70 Charger coming for a Hemi swap. And if you guys would like to follow us with the process and the progress of all of this stuff, feel free to subscribe to that channel as well. I don't have, I have maybe 200 subs on that channel. I'd like to hit 1,000 by the end of the year, and then I would be happy. But yeah, if you would like to, go ahead and sub to that channel, and I will see you guys on the next one, which will be unboxing that new sublimation printer as soon as it comes in within a few hours today. So I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye. And of course, a huge shout out to holstersmith.com for providing all of the material that you see used in this, obviously except for the Kydex in this case, but for all the hardware and everything you see.